I don't know who's more excited about this video, you or I, because I have not even gotten a chance to see these light or dark battle angels just yet. So this is the first look at these. We took a look at the fire, the water, the wind ones. The water one, out of the three of those, wow, that's super fast. They did still have the speed lead on the opponent's side. Well, they had the 33 speed lead on the player's side closest to us, but that water striker outsped even the Triton and the Ashir. Super fast water striker. Again, 33 speed lead. But I do believe that we're going to see, or you guys may have already seen, but I do believe that we're going to see this light battle angel being harder to counter than Gianna in the current meta. I'll explain that in the next clip. So as I started saying, comparing Veronica to Gianna, I just think that people are going to they're going to be more used to countering Gianna with Hey Gang, or with things that don't have immunity, or cleanses, or Josephine, versus Veronica, who, I mean, you can counter her with passives. I don't think it's going to take that long for people to realize how to counter Veronica. Well, this is actually, we're seeing some passives right here that don't need cooldowns, right? But I don't think it's, I think it's going to still be that she has a higher win rate than Gianna for a little bit anyway, until people figure out how to counter her better. So, let's see. Does pretty decent damage. The damage for skill 2, I believe, is based on her attack speed, if I recall correctly. It's damage based on her attack speed that does glancing hits, doesn't do glancing, it does the glancing debuff and continuous damage, and it's based on her attack speed. This guy got so lucky getting the water one and the light one both, so this might actually be a great instance of Gianna versus Veronica, because Gianna against this Tiana, if she's not on Will Runes, which she is not on Will Runes, Gianna wouldn't have done anything to the Tiana. Tiana would have just stripped everything, cleansed everything from her team, and nothing, all the stuns or the bombs wouldn't have mattered. But in this instance, Veronica was actually stronger, just naturally, than the Tiana. Right there. This is a perfect example. And then Jameer's just going to cleanse everything. And then, yeah, Jameer's just going to cleanse everything. They're not going to be able to do anything. That's already game. There's no, I mean, like, the Joker. Sekhmet didn't get the Joker. Veronica didn't get the Joker. Nothing got the Joker. But that was just, they were like, maybe I can make something happen. But, yeah, the Veronica was a great in that situation. First pick Oliver into Masha, which is the counter. Well, one of many counters for Oliver. He also has a Dark Sky Surfer. Clearly free to play. Free to play. Very lucky free to play player. So she's not going to get too much value over. Oh, especially if she's stunned. She's not going to get too much value over here. They get the strip. They need to make sure that they get. Wusa cuts in. So, if you guys couldn't tell already, which I know you already could, that's not good. When Wusa cuts in before the Oliver actually gets to cool Wusa down, not the greatest for them. But Veronica's not going to get too much value out of here since two of the units on the opponent's side are passives. But she still is going to do some pretty decent damage. She's got the glancing hits, which is going to be still nice against them. And then she also has the continuous damage and her damage based on speed. She also has the slow with skill 1. Oh, that's not going to be good. They get the... I don't know. I'm like, do they get it? I shouldn't say that they get the sleeps if they don't get the sleeps, because they might just not get the sleeps. So, spin grab shot gets the stun. He gets resisted. He's still gonna, this Oliver is gonna do so much damage now. He keeps stacking his stats. He's gonna do so much damage because he keeps just getting more and more and more attack power the more he uses his skill 3. I don't know why I'm telling you guys that. You already know. I am sure. When is Wusa going to get his skills back is the question. So Oliver is going down. Oliver just needs like 1 or 2 more hits. Or 1 skill 2. So is this going to be enough? Glancing hit is going to be pretty huge though. Glancing hit is going to be pretty relevant here. More so kind of than the skill 3. The glancing. As you can see right there. A lot of continuous damage. Is this going to do enough damage to actually kill? Does Wusa get another turn? No, he does not. Get some heals. Get some CCs. Doesn't get the CC. Oh, that was good enough, though. That was good enough. Has the double speed leads. Has the double strips in here. Opponent's bringing a whole bunch of LD5s out. Actually, he's got 2 LD5s on his side of the field as well. He had the 3 speed leads, actually. So, that's a super fast Vivachel. Why is Vivachel so fast? She's going to switch things, but she's going to switch things when their HP and their attack gauge is the same. I'm sure there's a reason. This is the first time I've seen Vivachel that fast. actually. So he gets the hunt. That Oliver is going to get touched by an angel. He's going to be dead in 5 seconds. 5 seconds might be pushing it. He's going to be dead in like 2 seconds. So, oh, he stayed alive. About 5. I would say that's about 5 seconds. This is going to be enough damage to actually kill everything. Okay. I think that is basically game. As soon as they dismount these beast riders, they should be good to go. Oh my goodness, there's so much. Oh, they got resisted. Hold on. Fastlink, they had the defense break as well. They get an additional turn. Who wins? The Beast Riders, they get some more well, actually, they don't have the defense breaks now. It doesn't matter. So these, so he still wins. The Nepthys and the Sekhmet still win because they don't have. Oh, maybe. Yeah, they just didn't have the violent procs. If they got violent procs, this welcome to Summoner. If they got violent procs, this would have gone completely the opposite. It was a close game though. Player on the right hand side, I wouldn't have picked those in that turn order. Just 2 wind units at the very beginning. Also, player on the left hand side is got a Nepthys Veronica combination just like the last one that we saw. This must have been a package deal. People just getting Nepthys Veronica combinations together. So the thing is though that the Nepthys still counters Riley pretty hard because Riley can't cleanse all of that. Riley can cleanse a little bit, but she's not gonna be unless she violent procs 1,000 times. Then she can cleanse all of it. But the Riley and Dominic together, that's not going to be, that's kind of strong against Veronica because Veronica's cooling things down. Riley can't really be cooled down with her ultimate, and then Dominic is just, he's got a passive, he's going to do that extra damage. That was still pretty solid extra damage over there. So I think Dominic's going to take some big damage in a second as soon as he gets as soon as Masha gets the turn. So at this point, that's just GG. But man, apparently these Nepthys Veronica is a package deal. Here's another he's Nepthys and Veronica together again. How many people have Nepthys Veronica together? This is I'm telling you guys, it was a package deal. Nepthys Veronica Oliver package deal. Although Oliver is easier to get, especially with the 8-year summons, and all the hype surrounding Oliver. It's much easier to get Oliver than Nepthys Veronica though. So that's a bit on the odd side. How many people have Nepthys and Veronica? I guess if you've summoned, maybe if you've spent enough to actually get these battle angels, maybe it's not that weird. Maybe if you spent enough to actually get these battle angels to begin with, then you've already spent so much money in the past that you've gotten a million other LD5s and you just happen to have Nepthys on top of that. So maybe it's not as weird as I'm really making it out to be. Alter Ego attack. Vertiheal is down. This is just going to... This water monkey is just going to obliterate Douglas, though. That's how this is going to work out. He's just waiting for some more skill 3s, and he's just going to snipe Douglas. Oh, there we go. Snipe Douglas out. Also, Josephine is a decent counter to Douglas as well, because Josephine can't glance with skill 1, and Douglas is going to he's going to do his thing. He's going to cleanse the buffs when cleanse the debuffs when he gets glanced on. Bastet very first pick, which means they're going to cleave, and they've got the Jameer. Do they go for the Jameer Tableau They do go for the Jameer Tableau combination, which means that you know Leo is coming out at the very end. Leo counters 3 things on that side. Counters Jameer because he does damage based on speed. Counters Tableau because the speed buffs and speed interaction. And then also counters the Veronica because her skill 2 is based on speed. So that would have countered basically everything on the team. So you know that Leo's getting banned out in that instant. Oh my goodness, so much damage there. That was actually a pretty good showing of how much she can do with her skill 2 when it is damage based. So here she goes just one more time. Curse of the Beautiful yet again. Raise Spears. Obliterates everything. I was kind of hoping that Diana would Violent proc there. But that was pretty nice. That was a pretty nice cleave. That was a pretty nice Veronica cleave there. First pick Water Striker into a Leo Shihao. That is not the first picks that I was expecting to see on that side. He's got the Hey Gang Giana. So Gianna versus Veronica. They do have the speed lead. So this is one of the things, is that Veronica's going to cool things down, but they can't really do anything after. Well, they don't even get a turn after that. But even if they did, they couldn't really do too much because they were still going to have their skills on cooldown. So Speed Break, which means that she's going to do less she's going to do especially less damage if she's stunned. But she was going to do less damage with skill 2 if she has the slow on her. So, does Gianna, I was going to say, does Gianna get additional turns? She's not on violent. So you generally, this is how this works. Generally, when things are not on violent runes, they don't get additional turns. Generally. Player on the left-hand side, looking fairly standard. Player on the right-hand side is picking some interesting kind of double on Miyuji, double Totemist, and Veronica combination. So, and the Riley gets banned of all the things. So outspeeds, increases cooldowns on everything, increases the cooldowns. See, Josephine would have countered the Giana in that instance. So this has got to be some crazy interesting combination that, Tomo combination, right? Tomo Shizuka, lots of debuffs. So luckily they didn't bring some Junos and Veramos on that side. Oh my god. That is so many debuffs. Well, GG. Wow. That's absolutely ridiculous. So many debuffs. But they left themselves open to getting debuff that much. They could have been going for a little bit more of a bruiser team, kind of playing around the enemy's picks. But this is still such an interesting combination that this guy on the right-hand side used. Looks like both sides are trying to outspeed and control each other, although the player on the left-hand side pivots into more of a bruiser-style team. Player on the right-hand side is still continuing with the control team. The Savannah-Veronica combination is really solid. Savannah is going to speed... They don't get the increased cooldowns. That's going to be brutal because now this is going to stun things, and he just goes for skill 2. Okay, so he's not gonna stun things. So now he's going for the increased cooldown over there. Then he's on despair. That throws a wrench in the entire situation for them. Okay, what I was going to say at the very beginning, just a series of unfortunate events. What I was going to say is this gigantic roar right here with the Savannah is going to help Veronica do a lot of damage with skill 2 because she does damage based on speed. So well, never mind. She already did the skill 2. But this will enable the Veronica to do a lot of damage. She's got the defense break. She's got the speed buff. Veronica's second skill does damage based on speed. That's a really nice combination together. So I think that if I had a Veronica, which I will never get a Veronica, but if I did have a Veronica, I would try to combo her with Savannah if I could get away with it. Although Leo's still going to be very strong against that, so you got to kind of play around trying to get your opponent to not draft Leo at the very beginning if possible. I think that they basically have this at this point because as soon as she's dismounted, she's not going to get that constant immunity. So anyway, that's it for this one. Veronica, very cool unit. I didn't give her skill 2 enough credit. The damage based on speed we saw in the Cleave team was actually pretty fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.